This is supposedly a premium baby formula. My neighbor gave it to me, so why don't you take it?
Oh, thank you.
Hope it helps the little one grow up strong.
My mother-in-law is super nice for a change, but I got a bad feeling about it. The next day, I went to see my mom and showed her the formula. She yelled, looking disgusted. "Don't open it. Throw it away now." I'm Hannah, a 32-year-old advertising executive. I've been married to Ryan for 2 years now. We met in high school and got closer when we were in our sophomore year. He asked me to be his date for the homecoming dance, and we became inseparable after that. We kept a very tight bond through college and into our adulthood. Although we've only been married for 2 years, we've been together for about 15. We know each other inside out, and I can usually tell what he's thinking and anticipate his next move. We've remained happy with each other for so long that I truly feel lucky to have met him. Although our relationship's been going well, there's a thorn in my side. My mother-in-law, Emma. Right from the start, she opposed our marriage. It was when I went to introduce myself after we got engaged.
What? Graduated from XYZ University? My son's marrying someone from such a third-rate school? And you're working for some unknown company. I won't approve of the marriage with an incompetent girl.
I was shocked at what she uttered when meeting her for the first time. Whoa, Mom, that's really rude. She's been doing great at work, putting in a lot of effort. She went to that university because she wanted to study something she was passionate about. Don't judge her solely by credentials.
I'm just concerned for you. I can't accept my only son being duped by some woman of questionable background. You're a respectable police officer. There's a good chance you're being fooled by a cunning woman targeting a civil servant.
That's enough. The most important thing is that Ryan chose her. Isn't that enough to trust her? Seriously, who says such rude things right off the bat? You better shut it for a bit. My father-in-law Steve stepped in and quieted her for good. Even then, she kept giving me dirty looks, which accelerated my dislike of her. I couldn't understand why she had to belittle me so harshly. Since then, she's been treating me poorly. When I visited my in-laws over Thanksgiving, she was in my face again. She treated me nicely in front of Steve and Ryan, so I thought she might have changed. But as soon as we were alone in the kitchen, she suddenly wore a menacing expression and insulted me.
I don't accept you. Don't get carried away just because you're married now. You're a stranger, and I am his mother. You, a wicked woman, seduced my son with high potential. I wondered what wrong I had done to deserve such comments from her. As I mentioned before, I've been with him since high school, not because he's a police officer. I love him as a person, regardless of his profession. I doubted she'd ever understand, so I decided not to unnecessarily provoke her at that point. If I kept a low profile, I assumed she wouldn't have bothered me too much. I tried to brush off her snide remarks to some extent. Ryan warned her whenever needed, but they always had a good relationship, so when everything was fine, they were close-knit. I figured it would have been best not to complicate things between them. We visited my in-laws about once a month, and if I just endured that one visit, everything would be all right. When Ryan and I were alone, life was great. I believed that even if there were a few unpleasant moments, it wouldn't be a big deal. 2 years passed in the blink of an eye. Then, we were blessed with joyful news. Honey, my doctor told me I'm pregnant.
For real?
Yeah, we're having a baby.
Woohoo! This is amazing. I'll work harder for our child. Ryan was genuinely happy about the news. With him, I was sure to build a wonderful family, and raising a kid was going to be enjoyable. And there was something else to be thankful for because of the pregnancy. It was the reduced chance of seeing Emma. I decided to stay with my parents once maternity leave kicked in and deliver the baby in my hometown. Ryan suggested it, saying I should relax in a good environment for the baby's sake. So I didn't have to feel bad about leaving him for a while. Thanks to my parents' support, I was in a perfect mental and physical state when I went into labor and delivered a healthy baby girl.
She's adorable.
Ryan was brimming with joy, holding our newborn daughter.
I'm going to work harder for you guys now.
Thanks, hon, and protect the public as well.
Of course. I'll catch all the bad guys, especially for our daughter.
Sounds good, superhero. My parents, just like Ryan, beamed with happiness, taking turns to hold the baby. My dad was already talking about what he'd buy for her, and seemed poised to spoil her endlessly. After being discharged, Ryan and I went to show our baby to his parents.
Oh my god, this is our granddaughter. So cute, like an angel.
Steve's face was all wrinkled up from smiling, looking delighted as he held the baby. Emma, on the other hand, stayed indifferent and watched from the side.
Mom, why don't you hold her too?
When Ryan asked her, she put a fake smile on her face and took the baby in her arms. Then she quickly handed her back to Ryan and never touched her again. I wondered if she didn't find her grandchild cute at all. Even if she disliked me, I thought she'd have affection for her flesh and blood. Soon afterward, I understood why she acted weirdly.
Hannah, can you come help me a bit?
I reluctantly agreed, thinking another round of bullying was about to start. I left my daughter with Ryan and Steve and followed her to the kitchen. What can I help with?
Make some drinks for everyone.
She bluntly ordered me around. While I was preparing, she came closer to give me an earful.
You're seriously good for nothing, you know. If you're to have a baby, it should be a boy. Who needs a girl? You only have Ryan. We need an heir, but you seem not to get it. Steve and Ryan may act happy around you, but deep down they're disappointed for sure. Don't just judge by appearances. You've totally failed. Reflect on that. If you have another girl next time, I'll push for a divorce.
What in the world? I was immensely shocked by what she said. It was beyond my understanding how she could just blurt out hurtful comments. Wait, you're wrong. Ryan isn't pretending to be happy. I can tell from the way he looks and speaks. Her eyes opened wide in surprise at my unexpected argument.
Who do you think you are? I've been with Ryan longer than you have. Don't try to compete with a mother and son relationship. I understand what he's thinking like the back of my hand. He's not truly happy about having a daughter. Anyway, if I were you, I'll do my best not to get discarded like a piece of trash.
Her intention to hurt me deeply was clear, and she almost succeeded. I knew there was no way Ryan was displeased. He talked excitedly about both a boy and a girl during my pregnancy.
If it's a girl, I'm going to treat her like a princess. But I'll have to teach her self-defense, so she can protect herself from bad guys. She'll be a cute girl like you.
In the first place, neither he nor Steve were fixated on having an heir. He was a cop, and Steve was an ordinary office worker. It wasn't some kind of an old lineage family, but a regular household just like my own. So her fixation on having an heir seemed odd. Becoming a mother must have made me stronger naturally. While I felt a sting by direct hurtful words, I recovered quickly and remained calm. Never mind her harassment, because protecting my daughter took precedence in my mind. I was more preoccupied with the thoughts of my little angel than any evil words Emma directed at me. I wanted to prepare drinks and snacks quickly and see her cherubic face. It seemed Emma was disappointed that I wasn't affected as she hoped for. She kept staring at me like a prey throughout the day. I honestly thought she was immature and dealing with her was a waste of time and energy. I ignored her and focused on entertaining my daughter with Ryan and Steve. After that, I took an extra leave from work to spend ample time bonding with my daughter. She was just so pure and made me feel there was nothing bad in this world. I finally understood what would do anything for someone really meant. The moments when Ryan and I were bonding with her were genuinely blissful. It enhanced my irritation against the monthly harassment from Emma during our visits. I wasn't shaken by it, but it was annoying. I was beginning to think maybe it was time for me to end it once and for all. Amidst all that, Emma crossed the line one day.
Hi, Hannah. So glad you're here.
She welcomed both Ryan and me beaming. While it was nothing unusual for him, she'd never directed a pleasant smile at me before. Moreover, she surprisingly didn't bother me when we were alone.
It must be a hassle to constantly buy diapers and formula.
True.
It was the same when I was raising Ryan.
I couldn't stop wondering why she was unusually calm throughout the day. Before leaving, she brought out a jar of powder and handed it to me.
This is supposedly a premium baby formula. My neighbor gave it to me, so why don't you take it?
Oh, thank you.
Hope it helps the little one grow up strong.
She was so nice that it was creepy.
Thanks, Mom. What? If you had something like that prepared, I would have gotten a gift too.
Steve pretended to sulk. Ryan laughed, and there was an air of cheerfulness. But I had a strong feeling something was off. Emma being so agreeable was weird. I couldn't tell if something changed in her mindset, but my gut feeling was giving me a red flag. The next day I went to see my mom and showed her the formula. Emma says this is a premium baby formula, but what do you think?
Oh, let me see.
She opened the jar and stirred the powder with a spoon. Then she suddenly closed the lid with a stern expression and yelled,
Keep it closed and throw it away now.
What? Why?
It's gone bad.
Really?
You see, there are lumps and a slight discoloration. When it expires, it becomes like this.
No way. She said it was kept in a fridge.
Seems like she's deliberately giving you a bad formula.
At that moment, I realized why she had been so unusually kind. She was intentionally acting nice to make sure I'd accept it without suspicion. I was filled with anger. Unbelievable. I'm not going to let her get away with this. I immediately rushed to the police station where Ryan worked.
Hey, Hannah. What's up?
Sorry. I know it's during your shift.
It's okay. Not that busy now.
It's about the formula your mom gave me yesterday.
What? It's gone bad?
Yeah, that's what my mom said. He put on a mask wearing a serious expression and poured the formula and hot water into a paper cup. The liquid was supposed to be white or cream colored, but it turned faint green.
Yuck. This is totally spoiled.
Oh, God.
If we'd given this, she'd have gotten sick.
Definitely. She says she got it from a neighbor, right? Is that even true? Honestly, I think she intentionally gave me a bad formula.
No way, she wouldn't do that.
He was in disbelief, so I played an audio clip for him. It was a conversation between her and me when we were alone in the kitchen. The recording had her blaming me for not having a baby boy and insisting that Ryan and Steve weren't happy about having a girl.
What the heck? Has she always been saying this kind of stuff to you?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize this until now.
It's my fault too for not bringing this up to you.
I promised to protect you. What have I been doing? Let's go see her right after work.
When he got off, we went straight to her place and left our daughter with my mom.
Oh, what a pleasure to see you guys so soon again.
Oh, you guys. Were you supposed to come over today? No, but we had something to talk to Mom about.
To me? What's up?
Giving a bad formula? What was that about?
Huh? Oh, that formula I gave you yesterday? Has it gone bad?
Don't play dumb. We know you deliberately gave it to us.
That's crazy.
Come on, she wouldn't do something like that. She gave it out of kindness.
Steve took her side, as he didn't know anything yet.
Yeah, but I'm sorry if it wasn't good. I should have checked it.
She tried to cover it up since she has Steve's support, but Ryan wasn't ready to let her off the hook.
You said the neighbor gave it to you, right? Who was it? This is serious, related to our daughter's life, so I want to go and speak to the person.
I can't remember who it was. It was a while ago, you know.
How long ago was that?
Let's see.
So you received it a while back, but still thought it was alright to give it to our baby?
No, it's not like that. It was given to me 2 weeks ago.
Then who gave it to you? If you remember when, you should remember who, right?
Oh dear.
As he pressed her, she struggled for words. Watching their exchanges, Steve began to suspect something was amiss.
Why can't you give a straight answer? Are you hiding something?
No, I'm not hiding anything. I just forgot who gave it to me.
Honestly, you never got it from anyone, right?
What are you saying?
Then what's this?
Ryan played the audio of her harassing me about the child.
What's this? When did you record this? How low can you get?
She turned red with anger. Then she quickly changed her expression and looked at Steve.
That's not what I meant. This is,
What did you mean, then? Sneaking around to bully Hannah and pretending to be kind while trying to feed the baby something rotten? Who's the lowest here? This time the baby didn't drink the milk, but what if she did? You don't know what could have happened. Can you take responsibility if our grandchild gets sick or worse?
I'm sorry.
She started sobbing after getting scolded by Steve.
I felt like I was losing Ryan and I couldn't just let it slide. If she had given birth to a boy, I was going to dote on him instead. But I got more upset when she had a girl.
Unbelievable. Mom, you really thought that way? There's a difference between caring for someone and being overly possessive. Moreover, being jealous of my wife is just ridiculous. We've decided to have nothing to do with you after this.
No, wait. Do you mean you don't want to see me anymore?
That's right. I don't want anything to do with someone who would harm my wife and child. Me too. The thought of staying married to you is unbearable.
What? Are you going to leave me too?
You did something that might have seriously harmed an innocent baby. I'm filing for a divorce. Don't show your face in front of me ever again.
Please spare me. I'm begging you.
She was bawling to Ryan and Steve as she apologized, but they showed no intention of forgiving her. This incident was communicated to all the relatives and she was ostracized. She was thrown out of the house and Ryan cut all contact with her. Currently, she's living in a rundown apartment while working a low-paying part-time job. On the other hand, I've regained a harmonious life where I can enjoy spending time with Ryan, my daughter. With Emma gone, I can now visit Steve without hesitation and have been going there more often than before. He's always delighted to see my daughter, and she seems to recognize him, offering him smiles. Moving forward, I want to be able to overcome various challenges with Ryan while we continue building a tight-knit family with strong love.